How is Pakistan's iron brother China doing? It is tightening the screws on Chinese tech giants. The government is. It is using every trick in the book to rein them in. And these are some of the most successful businesses in China. The latest victim is Tencent. The company lost $60 billion today, 60 billion. Why? Because the state media outlet criticized online gaming. It has called it electronic drugs, spiritual opium. Our next report tells you how China's crackdown on big tech is spooking global investors.
What happens when the state turns against you? Some of the biggest technology companies in China are finding out the hard way. After taking down Jack Ma, banning a ride-hailing service, and cracking down on online education, Beijing has found a new target: gaming. A state-run outlet published a scathing piece against digital games. It called them electronic drugs and attacked the industry for peddling spiritual opium. The speech called out Tencent, one of the biggest tech players in China. Tencent owns a game called Honor of Kings. Reports say it has been one of the world's top grossing games for the past 2 years. But now, the article by the state press has spooked investors. Tencent stock went into a tailspin after it was published. The company lost as much as $60 billion in a day. Almost 11% of Tencent's market share was wiped off almost instantly. But then came a twist. The scathing piece against Tencent was suddenly removed from the internet. Tencent's stock stabilized, but the company got the message from Beijing. It has decided to regulate the game. The app will limit the playing time of kids under the age of 12. They can now play for only 1 hour on weekdays and 2 hours on holidays. The same age group will also be blocked from making in-app purchases. What happened to Tencent is just the latest in a series of moves by the Chinese state against tech companies. China's market watchdog has now cracked down on at least 35 internet companies. The biggest victim is Jack Ma's Alibaba Group. It was asked to cough up a record $2.8 billion fine in April this year. 3 days after the regulator issued orders against Alibaba, it went after 34 tech companies. Many of them were threatened. Almost all major companies have been fined. They have lost money too. Alibaba, Meituan, Tencent, and Kuaishou Technology are the 4 biggest tech companies in China. By the end of June, they had lost about 20% of their combined worth due to the state's crackdown. Even foreign investors were blindsided by Beijing's actions. So far, they have lost more than $1 trillion, and they have no idea when the crackdown will stop. What seems clear is why China is going after its big tech companies. Beijing wants to rein in the platforms. It wants to curtail their freedoms in the market. It wants the platforms to keep data of the Chinese users at home. And it wants the entrepreneurs to submit to the Communist Party's will. It is safe to assume that Beijing will not stop until it ensures complete capitulation of Chinese tech giants. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.